Zoom right now, about to take part in this. We just finished this cool meditation, just about positivity and letting go of some limitations. So today we're kind of in this arc of, or this kind of trajectory of the yoga practice. And today we're going to flow a little bit and add in some arm balances. Wednesday was arm balances. Today we're going to do a little bit of inversion and inversion prep. So same thing as usual. Anybody can get anything out of this. Just modify if and where you need to. Let's go ahead and begin. Start with the feet about shoulder distance. Bring the palms together. Close your eyes. Relax the shoulders. Start breathing in and out of your nose. Drop the shoulders down there. Let the top of the head float up. Breath smooth. Check my sound, but looks good. Set your intention to release stress, to heal, to strengthen, whatever it is for you that makes sense, whatever it is for you that you feel like adds a deeper meaning to your breath and your movements, not just a bunch of flailing around. Good, and drop the head down to your left side. Nice, easy neck stretch. We haven't done this in a little bit. Drop the arms from there. Take your right arm, I'll face you. So you take the opposite arm and reach it down away from the ear. So you feel this stretch in the neck a little more. Just breathe. And then drop the chin down slightly. Bring the arm slightly forward. A few more breaths. And now arm back slightly, chin up slightly. Breathe. Very good. Back to the center. Drop that arm. Opposite side. So opposite side. Breathe. And then take the arm out. Stretch a little more deeply. Good, and then drop the chin down slightly, arm a little bit more forward. Good, and then arm back slightly, chin up. Keep breathing. Okay, very good. And then back to the center. Drop the arm. Now a few head rolls. After that deeper neck stretch, usually my neck feels a bit more open. Good. Opposite direction from there. Good. Some shoulder rolls. Forward and back, forward and back. And then opposite direction. Good. Arms up. Interlace the fingertips. Turn the palms up to the ceiling. Stretch the arms here. Stretch. Oh, upper back. And if you're just tuning in to the live session here on Facebook or YouTube, then just a reminder, these classes are done on a donation basis, so if you can, you pay for your class, that would be fantastic. Of course, if you can't, don't worry about it. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms up here, stretch, and what we're going to do is a little twist. So you drive the right leg down as you turn the whole entire body to the left. Torso, twist, see if you can look all the way behind you. Breathe. Good, and now opposite direction. So same thing, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, driving the left leg down into the floor as you twist all the way to the right. Get a big, big, big twist. Good, back to the center. Lean back, take a big inhale, and then fold down as you exhale. Hang forward here, breathe. Good, smooth, even breaths in and out of your nose. Good, then clasp the hands back behind you. Interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders. Good, one more breath. Give it a nice big stretch. Release the arms. Let's roll back up slowly. Abdomen really strong. Let's take a nice big inhale. Lift the arms up. Fold all the way down. Forward as you exhale. Extend that spine as you inhale. Step back to plank. Top of a push-up here. Hold. Breathe. Top of a push-up in plank is really the first step in your handstand practice. So your abdomen is strong, your fingers are spread, the index fingers are facing forward. And we're gonna do a few circles. So I think we've done this recently, but circles around the wrists. Feel what it feels like to bend the wrists more. And then opposite direction, abdomen stays strong, breath stays strong. When I started this, it did not feel easy, it did not feel good. It's still not easy, but it feels good. So, good, now back to the center. You can drop the knees down, otherwise we're gonna do some push-ups. 5 times, lower halfway, chaturanga, push-up. Halfway, chaturanga, push-up. Keep that going, 3 more. 1 more. Good. Drop to the knees. Cat-cow tilts for the spine. Inhale, lift, exhale, round. Just about 5 or 6, 7 times here. Inhale, exhale, lubricating the spine a bit. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. A couple more. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Back to neutral. Lift the feet side to side, shoulder and hip together one side, shoulder and hip together other side. Shoulder and hip, shoulder and hip. One more on each side. Very good. Downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Take a moment here, bend the left leg, push the right heel down. Nice big stretch. Good. Switch sides. Same thing. Stretch. Good. Straighten both legs. Come up on the toes. Walk softly to the hands. Extending that spine as you inhale. Folding as you exhale. All the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. We're going to do 3 rounds from here. Sun salutation A. Arms up. Inhale. Reach. Fold down forward as you exhale. Extend your spine as you inhale. Step back or hop back as you exhale. First one, we always take it easy. Drop to the knees first, all the way to the mat. Point the toes back, gentle cobra. Easy back bend. Take a breath or 2 here, feel it out. Shoulders down, heart lifts, heart forward. Inhale, and then reverse. Back to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. And again, pay attention to the hands. So downward facing dog is sort of our next handstand prep, and I want you to think about your hands a lot today, and I want you to think about your fingertips and pushing the knuckles down. Look at the hands, make sure your palms are flat and the knuckles press down, and the little fingers, pinky fingers press down, and the thumbs press down. And then up on the toes, not a grip, but just a little press. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart, exhale, feeling what it feels like to breathe and move. Arms up again, 2 more. Inhale, fold down, exhale. Halfway up, inhale, step or hop. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. So a nice little flow here. Linking the movement and the breath if you can. Good, right away. On the toes, walk or hop forward. Lengthen that spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale, 1 more round like that. Arms up, inhale. Folding down, exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step or jump back. Exhale. Upward facing dog, shoulders pulled back, and then downward facing dog. Anytime you want that extra chaturanga, you can always take the extra chaturanga, that's fine. Downward facing dog here, breathe. Good, and then up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there, bend the knees, reach the arms. We'll do 30 seconds, hold it if you can. So when you sink down into chair, just kind of break down chair a little bit. Feet are together, toes are spread, legs are bent. You don't want to be leaning forward. Think about the weight on your feet. You want to be leaning back, almost to the point where you can spread the toes and lift the toes up. Actually, you could do that if you wanted, but not to the point where you fall back. Then from here, your torso, that's how deep you want the legs bent. Then your torso basically goes straight up. Arms straight forward first, and keep the arms straight and start to lift the arms up by the ears. And then you're going to notice your shoulders and back are tighter. So engage the abdomen and tuck the tailbone slightly. Sink down a little lower. Reach the arms by the ears. Look up if you can. 1 more inhale. And then stand up. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. Big full breath. So all those little subtleties, you can work on 17 things at one time, right? I want to do the classic sun salutation. So I'm pretty sure we did this last week on Friday, but this is the classic sun salutation. So you're going to take one leg back and do a low lunge. We'll take it slower first. So chair pose. Inhale. Fold down. Exhale. Forward bend halfway up. Inhale, just the right leg, step it back. Drop the back knee down, come on up into a low lunge. You could point the toes back or keep them tucked either way, but lift up, lean back, just take a couple breaths. Sinking the hips forward, reaching up, leaning back, take 1 more inhale. And then hands down, tuck the back toes, vinyasa or not. So you could go straight to down dog, that's fine. Or take the vinyasa lower. Upward facing dog, that little extra chaturanga if you want. Down dog. From here right away, right leg steps forward this time. Left knee drops down. Point the toes back or not. Come on up, sink the hips forward. Reach the arms up. Feel that stretch in that front side hip flexor. And breathe. Good. 1 more nice big inhale. Lift it up. And then hands down. Take the leg back. Vinyasa or straight to down dog. Breathe. One more breath. And then up on the toes, walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there, bend the knees, reach the arms, inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart, exhale. Full breath. So we're just going to do one more round like that. We're going to flow through it a little bit, so linking the movement and the breath. Chair pose when you're ready, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Just the right leg, step it back. Drop the back knee, inhale, reach up, stretch. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog, down dog. Right leg, step it forward. Drop the back knee. Lift up, inhale. Stretch. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Hold it, breathe. Fingers spread, lift the tailbone, extend the shoulders, breathe deeply. Good, up on the toes. Walk or lightly hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there, inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart, exhale. Now we're going to go through 3 rounds, just right into it. Sun salutation B, so chair, and then warrior 1 on the right, warrior 1 on the left. Chair pose when you're ready. Inhale, fold as you exhale. Halfway up, inhale, step or hop back, exhale. Chaturanga, chaturanga, upward facing dog, down dog. Right leg first, take it up behind you, bring it all the way forward. Warrior 1, reach it up, inhale, deep bend in that front leg, stretch, hands down, leg back, abdomen strong, lower down, upward facing dog. Down dog, left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior 1, inhale, reach. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Hold it and breathe. Good. Up on the toes again. Walk or lightly hop forward. Extend that spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms, inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart, exhale. Big full breath. 2 more rounds like that. Back to chair, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Feeling a little more warmed up. Step or jump. Chaturanga. Body opens up. Muscles start to activate. Right leg first, take the leg up. Bring it forward. Bend the knee, warrior 1, inhale. Hands down. Leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Up. Back. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior 1, reach up. Hands down. Leg back, lower, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Hold it here and breathe. Good, one more time. Up on the toes when you're ready. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Stand, hands to the heart, exhale. One more cycle through. Back to chair when you're ready, inhale. Fold as you exhale. Halfway up, Inhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right leg. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up. Hands down. Leg back. Vinyasa lower. Up. Back. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach. Hands down. Leg back. Lower. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Good. We're gonna drop to the knees for a moment. Just take a little breather here. Keep your toes tucked if you can. You're gonna sit back onto the heels. A little foot stretch. A little foot stretch. Sinking back, breathing deep. If this is too much on your feet, on your toes, then you just come up onto the knees. That's fine too. Still got your foot stretch. Interlace the fingertips. Turn the palms forward, reach the arms up. Breathe. Good, lift up, lean back a little bit if you can. Let the weight of the body sink down into the feet. So you're stretching the bottoms of the feet more deeply if you're sitting there. If you're on your knees, just hang in there. A few more breaths. Lift up. As you lean back, it goes deeper into that foot stretch. One more inhale. And then you're going to come forward on the exhale onto the hands and knees. Pick the feet up, wiggle the toes for a moment. Wiggle those toes, roll the ankles a little bit. And then you're going to point the toes back. You're going to sit back onto your heels. This time, if you can, bring the heels together. So I know for me, if I drop my feet down, my heels kind of automatically sort of splay out to the side. So bring the inner ankles together, heels together. And then keep that. That is usually a little bit a deeper stretch on the tops of my feet here. Pause there, and if they come apart a little bit, it's fine, but just try to get a better, more efficient stretch there. And the shins, tops of the feet. Now, this might be enough. You might not need to go any further. You could just stay here and breathe and hold on tight. If you needed to even support it because of your knees or just the flexibility, you can support it with your hands. If you're on the other side of the spectrum and more flexible, then you can lean back here and lift the knees up. So this changes things a bit. Lift the knees up at the same time. You kind of drop the shoulders down and push the heart up and drop the head back and breathe. Good, one more nice big breath. Good, all the way forward, onto the hands and knees. Pick the feet up, roll the ankles. So we try to be an equal opportunity yoga session here. And that we try not to forget any parts of the body. So the tops of the feet and the ankles, we don't want to forget them. We don't want to neglect them. Sit back onto the heels for a moment. This time we're going to go down into shoulder stretch. So interlace the fingers back behind you here for a moment. Really draw those shoulders back. Pull them back, pull them down. Lift the heart up, drop the head back. Take a big inhale. And then right up on the top of your head. So you come forward onto the very top of the head, hips up. You can adjust the knees a little bit. Zero pain in your neck. So should not hurt the neck at all. If it does, you got to come out and just stay in child's pose. Then you can lift the arms up in child's pose. But a few more breaths here. Good. And then release. Now child's pose, if you're not already there. Pause, few breaths. Good. And then just a quick note, excuse me. Liam slept through the night, but I went to bed late, so it's my own fault for being a little tired. However, in the inversion practice, forget about that piece. The inversion practice, typically, like when Greg and I did our inversion workshop, we do the 4 kind of main inversions: headstands, handstands, forearm balance, and shoulder stand. Shoulder stand we're all going to do at the end. Headstand we're going to leave to the end. Typically in that workshop we'll do it first because it's the easiest pose to balance in. But today we're gonna kind of switch up that order a little bit, so that it makes sense for just an hour-long yoga session and not necessarily a 2-hour-long workshop. If you had a block, we're going to go to low plank for 1 minute. If you had a block, put the block down, your thumbs on the inside and the fingers on the outside. So it kind of looks like that, right? That's how you're holding the block. If you had a block. If you don't have a block, it's fine. You don't need a block. You could work on having your palms flat. If that does not work, interlace the fingertips. I'm going to use the block just because my shoulders are a bit tighter. We'll set the timer. We're going to go low plank in 3, 2, 1, go. Straighten the legs back. Just 1 minute. This is really more about just kind of prepping, because what I really want to do is get to Dolphin Pose. Dolphin Pose. Abdomen strong, shoulders extend, thighs engaged, breath smooth. Good, we're already approaching 30 seconds. There it is, 30 seconds. Keep breathing. Remember, if this is more challenging for you, then obviously you want to work a little bit harder, but you don't want to let the hips drop and start to feel any strain in the lower back at all. Abdomen strong, extending the shoulders, breathing deeply. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, dolphin. Lift the hips up, walk the feet closer, push the shoulders back, push them back, push, push, push. All right, like really give it some effort. So you're pushing down into the hands, you're kind of pushing back into that upper back and shoulders, breathing. There's a limitation for you. One more breath. Now look at the hands, both arms at the same time. Push them straight. There you go. Downward facing dog. Take a moment, right leg up, bring it forward. Turn the back foot flat, warrior 1. This time, I want you to clasp the hands behind the back, interlace the fingertips. A more shoulder stretch here. Bending that front leg, lifting the heart up, pulling those shoulders back and down, dropping the head back. Take a big inhale. And then fold down as you exhale. Breathe. Good. Come on back up. Warrior 1, inhale. I'm just going to switch it. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa or not. Feel free to just go back to down dog. Take a full breath while everyone else does their vinyasa. And then left side, take it up behind you. Bring it forward. Warrior 1, inhale. Clasp the hands back behind you. Interlace the fingers. Remember, this is more shoulders. You could flip the fingers so they're slightly different. Lift the heart up. Draw their shoulders back and down. Drop into that stretch. Breathing deep. Strong back leg. One more inhale. And then you're going to fold down as you exhale. One more breath. Good. Come on back up, warrior 1, inhale. Hands down to the floor, exhale. Leg back. Vinyasa or not. Upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Right back to the knees. So now at this point, if you're gonna kick upside down, but you need to be near a wall, quickly move yourself to the wall. You're just gonna imagine that my the edge of my mat here is the wall for the moment. And if you're not going to kick upside down, you're just going to take Dolphin Pose. We'll be here for maybe 2 minutes max for the moment. So you can take Dolphin Pose if you're not going to kick up. You can take one leg up, you can take the other leg up, right? And you can work on the shoulder stretch. If you're going to kick up into what's called Pigeon or Forearm Balance, by the way, I have this block, okay? And so I can put my hands flat, which is ultimately what you want to do. However, I know that a lot of you don't have blocks. So if you're here, it might be more stable because as soon as you kick up, you might notice that the hands start to come in this way. And then you feel a little bit unstable. So start with your hands interlaced. Remember, this is the edge of my mat. If there's a wall there, you're just kicking up to the wall, but you're doing this all on your forearms. So you want to be a little bit away, say 5-6 inches away from the wall. So you have some space as you kick up, right? You kick up to the wall and that foot, so my bent leg is at my imaginary wall. So for you, you can be there and then push up. Right? That's the idea. Push up. So it actually works a little better for me with a block. So you can come down, those of you that are not kicking up, and you can also work on, just for this last little bit, just a little hop. What does it feel like to just kind of hop a little bit? You don't have to go all the way up, but just hop and see what that's like. And those of you that are actually getting up, what I want you to do is work the heck out of the shoulders. When you're in Pigeon Forearm Balance, it's so much extension in the arms. So even in Dolphin Pose, it's the same thing in Dolphin Pose. So whether you're kicking up or not, doesn't matter. I want you to really, really, really extend out of the shoulders. And this is what that looks like here, right? Once I get myself up, then instead of having these arms bent here, I'm pushing up, out of the shoulders, ultimately getting my body into as close of a L shape and a right angle as I can, but pushing up. That's the idea. All right. That's good. Come on down from there. Let's go ahead and just take a little recovery stretch here. Sit back onto the heels. Interlace the fingers back behind you. Pull those shoulders back a bit. Lift the heart up. Drop the head back and breathe. Take a big inhale. You're going to fold down again onto the very top of your head, if you can, as long as it's okay on your neck. Stretch. Good. Release that. Child's pose just for a moment. Oops. Good. And then we're going to make our way to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog from here. Take a moment. Bend the left leg. Push the right heel down. Stretch. Switch sides. Stretch. So in general, with the inversions, those big four, the big four inversions, head shoulder stand is obviously the easiest to balance in at the end. We don't even think about that. Headstand, forearm balance, and handstand. Headstand is usually the easiest to balance. Take your right leg up, bring it forward, stay on the back toes, crescent. And take a little detour out of the inversions, and we're gonna see the world right side up for a moment. Arms up. So on the back toes here, if you can, and then sink down in that front leg, arms out to the side, lift the upper body up, lean back and breathe. Good, one more inhale. Look forward, lean forward, step up. Warrior 3, not long. We're gonna do Warrior 3, half moon, reverse half moon. So here, hold it, a couple breaths. Good. Half moon, lift that left hip open. If you had a block, feel free to use it. If you don't have a block, then you can't use it. So I wouldn't worry about it. If you don't have a block and your standing leg is tighter, your standing leg is going to be slightly bent. That's totally fine. If you don't have a block and your standing leg is more flexible, then straighten the standing leg. Breathe. Drive that back leg back. Maybe look up at the top thumb and breathe. Good. Now look down. Slowly bend the standing leg a little. Come back to warrior three, and then right away, left hand down, right arm up. So that's your slow transition. Drive that back leg back. Lengthen the upper body up. Twist and turn. A few more breaths. Drive the back leg. Lift the upper body. Twist up. One more breath. And now drop it all. Hands and feet at the front of your mat. Just drop it all. Shake out that right leg for a second. Good. Now, what I want you to do is come back onto your right leg. So it's kind of a standing splits, but it's really more about the upper body and the arms. So notice I stepped my foot a little bit back from the front of the mat. You could even step it back a little more. It's kind of, think of this as a decline push-up. What I want you to do, right from here, I want you to set the hands, and I want you to lower your whole entire body weight onto your arms. Okay, so from here, lower, all right? I want you to really feel that in the arms, and I want you to engage the core. So we're gonna do a couple more. You can even do this with the left leg up. You can even maybe just hop the right foot off. So this is not a kick up. We're not swinging this leg. What we're doing is totally controlling the body weight here. And right. So when I lift my right leg off the floor, all of my body weight is on my arms and shoulders. And I'm just kind of just doing a little hop. So I'm not even really holding it. It takes so much effort to hold in that position. But you start to understand where the strength comes from in your handstands. So the core and how it connects to the shoulders, to the triceps, to the upper back. So it's all into the fingers and the forearms. So it's just a kind of a nice thing. If you can, one more shot here. Kind of lean in. And if you're so comfortable and you feel like you want to stand, go to handstands. Go ahead. Up. That's fine. And then when you come down, if you did go up, the idea is to control it. All right? Slowly come down. That's it. Step back. Vinyasa. We got the other side to do. Lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side right away. Take the leg up. Bring it forward. Stay on the back toes. Come on up like before. So again, this is kind of handstand prep, right? It's building the foundation for your handstand. Arms up. Sink down a little bit. Open up to the outside. Lift the upper body. Breathe deep. Whoa. 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 My balance is off. Oh. One more inhale. Lean forward. Step up. Warrior three. Hold it up here. Breathe. Good. Now stacking that right hip. So really open up that right hip. Left hand goes down. Block or not. Drive that back leg back. Stack the right arm. Breathe. Good. Now come on back to the center. Reverse it. Right hand down. Left arm up. Lift that back leg. Lengthen and turn and twist. Drive the back leg back. Lengthen the upper body forward. Twist and turn. A few more breaths. One more nice big inhale. Twist it. And both hands down. both feet down, shake out the left leg. Shake it out for a moment. And then standing on your left leg, we're going to lift the right leg and we're going to do the same thing. You're going to set your hands kind of front of the mat, down dog position. Palms are flat, they're down dog hands. And then what you're going to do, lift the right leg a little bit. Start to lean all the weight. Maybe you hop that left foot up. Maybe not. Maybe it's too much to do with the arms bent. But it's not the swing yet. We're not swinging and kicking up into handstands, right? I want you to focus and build that strength, because that's going to help you balance in the middle of the room. Whether you're in the middle of the room or not doesn't matter now, because all you're doing is just working by adding more weight essentially to your arms here. It's hard, right? That's it. All right, so now if you feel like you're going to kick up, go for it. Kick up as controlled as you can. All right, as controlled as you can. So you just kind of lift. All right. Okay, and then down. Vinyasa to down dog. Good. Drop to the knees right away. Sit back on the heels. We're just going to do a little wrist stretch. So roll the wrists a bit. One direction, opposite direction. Good, and now backs of the hands, or backs of the wrists together. Bring them into your body and then drop the elbows, outer elbows down slightly. So that's kind of a wrist stretch. Breathe. Good. Flip that whole thing right side up. So now, backs of the hands might not completely come together, but that's the idea, stretching the wrists. Good. And then release it. Shake out the arms a little bit there. Roll your ankles both directions. Ankles, the ankles of your hands. Roll your wrists. All right, so now we're going to do a little bit of a back bend, because I want to give you, just in case you don't want to kick upside down to handstand, and give you an opportunity to just chill for a second. So let's just do one nice easy back bend here. Lift up into your Ustrasana camel. Could do one side if you want, one side at a time. Breathe. Good. Switch sides. Same thing. Good. And then forward. So if you're not going to go upside down, we're going to take about 2 minutes and kick upside down. If you don't want to do that, totally fine. Turn to the side. Take frog. Nice hip stretch here. All right. On the forearms, knees wide. Feet apart, gently push back. Nice big hip stretch. I'll set the timer for about 2 minutes, and you can enjoy that hip stretch. And then those of you that want to kick upside down to handstands. I did mention this in the group over the course of the last week and a half, but you want to think about 3 main things to kick up. So if you're just working on kicking up, it's kind of 3 main things. A little momentum here. A little swing up with one leg and push with this leg, or kick and push, or push and swing, but it's got to be all 3. It's got to be a little momentum, a little swing, and a little push. That's how you're going to get up.
And obviously, if you have your wall, then you're near the wall. You don't need the wall, you don't need the wall, you're working away from the wall. But first few times, once you're up, if you can get up to the wall, then what I want you to do is work on staying at the wall for a little while. Build a little strength. Feel what it feels like to be at the wall, just hanging out and balancing and breathing, right? That's well, you want to build the endurance. It's one thing to kick up. It's another thing to kick up and hold. It's another thing to kick up and balance. So you want to work on all three things, right? I mean, kicking up eventually becomes a non-issue once you get it a few times. But if you're not there yet, you just really got to kick those hips up. Those of you that are working on your balance, think about your fingertips and your abs. So at some point, you have to engage your abdomen, even right from the start. So as soon as I kick up here, kick up with my opposite leg, right away my abdomen is engaged. Right away it engages to help me control my lower body, or the connection, to help me deepen that connection from my upper body to my lower body. So that's one thing you want to do. Also thinking about those fingertips. One more time, we'll do one more time and then we'll finish up there. If you're in frog pose, just last few breaths. Otherwise, handstands. Whoa! Once in a while you overkick. Good. All right. That's it. Come on down from there. Let's move into pigeon. So let's check our time here. Yeah. We're going to skip headstand for the moment. All right. If you're pigeon pose, if you prefer, so let's just do a nice easy hip opener here in pigeon. But if you prefer to do headstand instead of shoulder stand, that's totally fine when we go back. But let's just take a minute and a half on each side into our pigeon pose, or pigeon, or reclining pigeon. Just move you guys back in here. That's that. And then pull you guys closer too a little bit. So, again, just always a nice little challenge to, go a little bit deeper. Always next levels to go. There's always more to go, that's for sure. So you just do what you can, right? Whatever you're working with is what you're supposed to be working with. So if you're tighter, you work with that tightness. If you're more stronger, then you work with your strength and try to get a little bit more flexible, and maybe not just power through everything, right? And come back to the breath, a few more breaths. We'll switch sides. Good, switch it. Same thing, other side, keep breathing. I didn't mention this to the live streamers now, or if you're watching this at a later time on Facebook or YouTube or somewhere, the way that you can pay for your class is through 5pointyoga.com, the yoga studio. You can scroll down a little bit. There's 3 different options. You could Venmo me, you could do a little donation for your class, or just sign up through MindBody. And all of that's greatly appreciated. If you're interested in doing it on a more regular basis and want to just become a monthly member, then you can do that also. That's at consciousendurance.com.
consciousendurance.com, and there's 4 different ways to do that. And it's very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Now that we've transitioned, at least temporarily, out of a physical, I mean, we have a physical location, but we just don't have people coming into our physical location, for classes anyway. Last few breaths on this side, so your support from around the world helps. Thank you. Good. That's it. Come on up from there. Bring the legs forward. Shake them out for a second. Go ahead and take the butt out to the side. Flex the feet back. Reach the arms up. Fold. Hang forward and breathe. If you want to do shoulder stand, now you can roll back, take the legs up to shoulder stand, plow, and then shoulder stand. Most of you have been doing that forever, so you understand it. I'm going to take a little headstand right now, so if you want to join me in a headstand, you can do that. So what I'm going to do, you could always grab a blanket if you had one. You don't need one, but it's nice to have a little extra cushion. From here, I measure my elbows. The distance from my elbows should be the distance from my shoulders. Interlace the fingers from here. I drop the head down onto the floor, but also into the back of my hands. And then straighten. Walk the feet closer. One leg up, other leg up. And breathe. Right? And hold. There it is, headstand. And again, if you have the wall, you're near the wall, that's totally fine. You also want to push those shoulders up, kind of away. Good. And then you can come down. And then pause for a moment. If you're up in plow and shoulder stand, then you can come down. We're all going to come out and do our final twist and Shavasana. So go ahead and come on down. Pull that right leg in. Give it a squeeze. Roll to your left side. Twist. Good. And then switch it opposite side. Couple moments. Good. Back to the center. Shavasana, final rest. Eyes closed, palms up. Take a nice deep cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Totally relax. Okay. Go ahead and bring the left hand to the heart center, right hand to the belly. Take a nice deep breath. And then bend the knees, roll to your right, a couple breaths. And then back up to a seat, comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to end with a nice little Om here. So just wherever you are in the world, take a nice big inhale as deeply as you can. And begin. Just pause and breathe and feel. And bring the palms together, take a moment of gratitude. Gratitude for every breath. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Those of you live streaming, as always, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for all your support, encouragement, showing up. I appreciate it. And we'll see you back here. What's tomorrow? Saturday. So I'm not doing a live Saturday.